Om Namo Narayanaaya. 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 Great respected friends, welcome, salutations. Here we are to do our sadhana for 1 hour 10 minutes of developing and applying our concentration, developing and applying our Shraddha, trying our best to involve in all spiritual and divine, in which we are trying to listen and understand about the absolute truth, reality. While listening only, we slowly develop the ability to do the inquiry contemplation. While doing that inquiry only, let us try to understand what the Shruti Mata and the Rishis there are telling. Having understood it, let us also understand and get convinced about the truth and truthfulness of what they are saying, and then the commitments for the sadhanas to be done. They also can be had during this everyday our sadhanas. All these put together are sadhanas. There is also the prayatna of the kritagnyata to the rishi and the gurus, isn't it? While doing this only. And then the feeling of joy that we are being blessed by the divine to pursue the divine. Out of millions of jivas, all are many are lost in the world and worldliness. Being in the world and being worldly is, please remember, equivalent to getting lost only. Because there is endlessness in that, and it is only about the unreal world, which we'll never be able to catch satisfactorily. So, among so many jivas, we are one, and we as an individual are provided with this opportunity, blessings, with so many of the conveniences, which are sufficient enough, in fact, for us to completely do sadhana and reach to the goal. So, that feeling of joy that we are selected and we are given this opportunity is also part of the sadhana. So many things we are doing in this Parabrahma Ishvara Jagannatha Devata Gana Guru Gana Shastra Gana Smarana Kritagnata Prarthana invocation of their necessary kripa we are doing. And also the Loka Sevaka Adi Vyaktitwas we try to become aware as the necessary unfoldment, successful outside, happy inside, evolving innermost spiritually. Here we are, friends, to study Shwethashwathara Upanishad again and again, repeatedly, untiringly. The Shruti Mata here and then the Shwethashwathara Rishi is defining or explaining to us the Paramatma Tattva, explaining the glory of that Paramatma Tattva. When that Paramatma is Anubhuta experienced, the state of being freed from all shoka, miseries, limitations is explained again and again, and the ways and means and techniques and sadhanas also. Tirelessly again and again. The repeated way of saying of this Rishi and Shruti Mata, seeing that how much they are concerned about, compassionate towards us for our adhyatmika pragati, उनमें उनको कोई फायदा नहीं है because they are already reached that level. If not reached, they should focus on that. If reached, they should establish in it. Why they have to come out and talk to us and tell us? That too repeatedly, that too even though when we are not showing sufficient interest, even though it is for us. And yet, if they are coming and doing all this is their sheer compassion, krupa, karuna. If all the realized saints, if they don't have that krupa and karuna and say that, बस हमारा काम हो गया, we will not come into this world and tell anybody anything. We could never have the path opened for any of our others. Everybody will be required to do their own personal individual struggles only. Now, because of the compassion of these gurus who come down to our level, how much convenient and easy it is becoming to the serious, sincere, genuine ones. Even to serious, sincere, genuine also, it will be hell of difficulty if the guidances are not there. And that is coming to us because of just compassion. Karuna, kripa. Karunaya, kripaya. Thousands and thousands of times this word we see in all our Purana Itihasa Smriti Granthas. Kripaya, karunaya, vadati guru ityad. Otherwise, guru is not required to do. He says, मेरा काम हो गया, उसको जान दो. Nobody can bind me. It's not necessary kartavya to me that I have to teach or tell or guide. See that if we can realize this fact, our reverence, respect toward them, our humbleness, and then our seriousness, sincerity to utilize their blessings and guidance for our spiritual unfoldment, that can happen. Wonderful. Really, sometimes तो ये गुरुओं की महिमा कृपा करुणा देखकर आंखों में पानी आ जाता कि कितना महान हो लोग, है ना? स्पेशली दी गुरुस लाइक व्यास भगवान, आदि शंकर भगवान, पूज्य गुरुदेव, they are in Advaita Brahmanamurti, still coming down to our level, establishing the ashramas, the mathas, writing the books, making variety of organizations, all adopting all the techniques. All of them are mithya, all of them are kalpana, all are in the ephemeral world only. They don't need them, they're all in the bliss beatitude, isn't it? Yet they took so many pains. Baap re baap. For all of us. So beautiful it is. एक एक गुरु के तो चरण में जिंदगी भर हमें समर्पण करके सेवा कर. Even that कृतज्ञता bhavana to the gurus also a necessary sadhana. Asking them to forgive and excuse for all disobediences, insincerities, irregularities. Asking them to empower us. They all are parts of sadhana. Each of these things are new way with new examples repeatedly revealed in the Upanishad which we are studying. Let's continue today. The 13th mantra will conclude it. The last few lines of Bhashyam. Then go to the 14th, 15th mantras of 4th Adhyaya. Before that, friends, our everyday Vedic chanting is a sadhana. Our common sense thought study also is a sadhana. Our Mangalacharana Shloka Sankalpa also is a sadhana. Our Upanishad Mantrocharana also is sadhana. And doing the then of it through Bhashyam also. In Vedic chanting in Rig Veda, In the Ashtama Mandala, 3 Anuvakas are there. They will take together maybe 12-14 minutes today. With that, this Ashtama Mandala will be over. I'll have to check. Now Mandala, Dashama Mandala है तो हम वो भी पढ़ेंगे. Let it go on, a beautiful effort. Start. Om 101, 102, 103. Om अथ वेदपारायणम् ऋग्वेदः अष्टममण्डलम् अथ एकाधिकशततम अनुवाकादारभ्य ॐ रुदग्गित्था समर्थ्यः शशमे देवतातये यो नूनं मित्रावरुणावभिष्टय आचक्रे हव्यदातये वर्षिष्ठक्षत्रा उरुचक्षसा नरा राजाना दीर्घश्रुत्तमा ता बाहुतानदं सनारथर्यत साकं सूर्यस्य रश्मिभिः प्रयो वां मित्रावरुणा जिरोधूतो अद्रवद अयः शीर्षामदेरगुः नयः संवृच्छेन पुनर्हवीतवे न संवादाय रमते तस्मान्नो अद्य संवृतेरुरुष्यतं बाहुभ्यां न पुरुष्यतम् प्रमित्राय प्रार्यम्णे सचत्यमृतावसो वरोत्यं वरुणे छन्द्यं वच स्तोत्रं राजसुगायत ते हिन्वीरे अरुणं जेन्यं वस्वेकं पुत्रं तिसॄणाम् ते धामान्यमृतामर्त्यानामदब्धा अभिचक्षते आमेव चांसुद्यदाद्युमत्तमानि कर्त्वा उभायातं नासत्या सजोषसा प्रति हव्यानि वीतये रातिं यद्वाम रक्षसं हवामहे युवाभ्यां वाजिनीवसो प्राचीं होत्रां प्रतिरन्तावितं नरागृणाना जमदग्निना आनो यज्ञं दिवि स्पृशं वायो याहि सुमन्मभिः अन्तः पवित्र उपरि श्रीणानोऽयं शुक्रो अयामि ते वेत्यध्वर्योः पतिभिरजिष्ठैः प्रतिहव्यानि वीतये अधानि युत्वा उभयस्य न इव शुचिं सोमं गवाशिरम् ब्रह्मणः ब्रह्मणः असि सूर्यपडादित्यमहा असि महस्ते सतो महिमा पनस्य तेद्धा देव महा असि वट्सूर्यश्रवसा महा असि सत्रा देव महा असि महना देवा नाम सूर्यः पुरोहितो विभुज्योतिरदाभ्यम् इयं यानीच्यर्किणी रूपा रोहिण्या कृता चित्रेव प्रत्यदर्श्याय तस्यन्तर्दशसु बाहुशो प्रजाः तिस्रो अत्यायमीयुर्न्यन्या अर्कमवितो विविश्रे बृहद्धतस्थौ भुवनेष्वन्तः पवमानो हरित आविवेश माता रुद्राणां दुहिता वसोनां स्वसादित्यानामृतस्य नाभिः प्रनुवोचं चिकिदुषे जनाय मागामनागामदितिं वधिष्ठ वचोविदं वाचमुदीरयन्तीं विश्वाभिर्धीभिरुपतिष्ठमानां देवीं देवेभ्यः पर्येयुषीं गामामावृक्तं मर्त्यो दभ्रचेताः 102 ॐ त्वमग्ने बृहद्वयो दधासि देवदाशुषे कविर्गृहपतिर्युवा स न ईडानया सह देवा अग्ने दुवस्युवा सिकिद्विभानवावः त्वया हस्विद्युजा वयं चोदिश्चेन यविष्ट्य अविष्मो वाजसातये और्वभृगुवच्छुचिमप्नवानवदाहुवे अग्निं समुद्रवाससं उवे वातस्वनं कविं पर्जन्यक्रन्द्यं सह अग्निं समुद्रवाससम् आसवं सवितुर्यथा वगस्येव भुजिं हुवे अग्निं समुद्रवाससम् अग्निं वो वृदन्तमध्वराणां पुरोतमम् अच्छानप्त्रे सहस्वदे अयं यथा न आभुवत्वष्टा रूपेव तक्ष्या अस्य क्रत्वा यशस्वतः अयं विश्वा अविश्रियोऽग्निर्देवेषु पत्यते आवाजैरुपनो गमतो विश्वेषामिह स्तुहि होतॄणां यशस्तमम् अग्निं यज्ञेषु पूर्व्यं क्षीरं पावकशोचिषं ज्येष्ठो यो दमेश्वा दीदाय दीर्घश्रुत्तमः तमर्वन्तं न सानसिं गृणीहि विप्रशुष्मिणं मित्रं न यात यज्ञनम् उभत्वा जामयो गिरो देदिशतीर्हविष्कृतः वायोरनेके अस्थिरन्न यस्य त्रिधा त्ववृतं बर्हि स्रस्थावसन्दिनम् आपश्चिन्निदधा पदं देवस्य मीडुषो नादृष्टाभिरोतिभिः भद्रा सूर्य इवोपतृक अग्ने घृतस्य दीतिभिस्तेपानो देव शोचिषा आदेवान्वक्षि यक्षि च तन्त्वादनन्तमातरः कविन् देवासो अङ्गिरः हव्यवाहममर्त्यं प्रचेतसन्त्वा कवेग्ने दूतं वरेण्यम् हव्यवाहं न निषेदिरे न हि मे अस्त्यज्ञानस्वदितिर्वनस्वते अथैतादृग्भरामि ते यदग्ने कानि कानिचिदाते च दारूणि दद्मसे तादृशस्वयविष्ट्या यदत्युपजिह्विकाय द्वम्रो अतिसर्वदे सर्वं तदस्तु ते घृतम् अग्निमिन्धानो मनसा दियं सचेतमर्त्यः अग्निमीडे विवस्वभिः लास्ट वन 103 अदर्शिगातु वित्तमो यस्मिन् वृतान्याददुः उपोषु जातमार्यस्य वर्धनमग्निं नक्षन्तनो गिरः प्रदैवो दासो अग्निर्देवा अच्छानमङ्मना अनुमातरं पृथिवीं विवावृते तस्थौ नाकस्य सानवे यस्माद् रेजन्तकृष्टयश्चर्कृत्यानि कृण्वदः सहस्रसां मेधसा विवत्मनाग्निं धीभिः सपर्यता भयं राये निनीशसिमर्तो यस्ते वसोदाशद स वीरं धत्ते अग्न उक्तशंसिनं त्मना सहस्रपोषिणौ सदृढे चिदभितृणत्तिवाजमर्वता स दत्ते अक्षितिश्रवः त्वे देवत्रा सदा पुरोवसो विश्वा वामानि धीमहि यो विश्वादयते वसुहोता मन्द्रो जनानां मधोर्नपात्रा प्रथमान्यस्मै प्रस्तोमो यन्त्यग्नये अश्वं न गीर्विरत्यं सुदानवो मर्मृज्यन्ते देवयवः उभेतोके तनयेदस्म विश्वते वर्षिराधो मघोनां प्रबंहिष्टाय गायत ऋतावणे बृहते शुक्रशोचिषे उपस्तुतानो अग्नये आवं सन्ते मघवा वीरवद्यशस्तमिद्धो द्युम्न्याहुदः कुविन्नो अस्य सुमतिर्नवीयस्य छावाजेभिः रागमतो प्रेष्ठमप्रियाणां स्तुह्या सावातिथ्यम् अग्निं रथानां यमम् उदितायो निदिता वेदिता वस्वा यज्ञियो विवर्तते दुष्टरायस्य प्रवणेनोर्वयो धिया वाचं सिशासदः मानो हृणीतामतिथिर्वसुरग्निः पुरुप्रशस्त एषः यः सुहोता स्वध्वरः मोतेरिषन्ये अच्छोक्तिभिर्वसोऽग्ने केविश्चिदेवैः ईरिश्चिद्भित्त्वामीट्टे दोत्याय रातहव्यः स्वध्वरः आग्नेयाहि मरुत्सखा रुद्रेभिः सोमवेतये शोभर्या उपसुष्टुतिं मादयस्व स्वर्णरे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ श्रीवेदमात्रे नमः श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. So Rigveda Ashtama Mandalam concluded. Navam Mandalam will start tomorrow. If it is there, I have to check it. होगा 9th 10th तक शायद होंगे. Now, Mitro, in today's our common sense thought, the discussions are what we'll discuss today. One is what? Ki We have to have that inner feeling all the time. It helps us. The feeling is कि साधना नहीं हो रहा है, नहीं हो रहा है, नहीं हो रहा है. Because नहीं हो रहा है. That feeling we have to become aware of it. Then add to this the second feeling. Very conscious, huh? Listen carefully. Short and sweet, we will see. Second is what? साधना नहीं कर रहा हूं, नहीं कर रहा हूं, नहीं कर रहा हूं. That feeling inside. Feel right now only. Sadhana is not happening, not happening, not happening. And sadhana, I am not doing, I am not doing, I am not doing. From that regret, that guilt, that sense of unfulfillment, those feelings should come. And from them, the third one, sadhana karna hai, karna hai, karna hai. I have to do, I have to do, I have to do, I have to do. Then from that comes sadhana karunga, karunga, karunga. I shall do, I shall do, I shall do, I shall do. Then, if possible, the most beautiful fifth one, अब से करूंगा. Shubho Lokaguru. So, all these six beautiful things, all of them are required. If they are not entertained, then the sadhana always remains postponed as it was happening every moment, every hour, every day, every life so far. So, what are the six things? Sadhana is not happening, not happening, not happening. Sadhana, I am not doing, I am not doing, I am not doing, I am not doing. Sadhana has to be done, has to be done, has to be done, has to be done. Sadhana, I have to do, I have to do, I have to do, I have to do. Sadhana, I will do, I will do, I will do, I will do. Sadhana, from this very moment I will do. That this very moment I will do has to become so powerful, so strong, that this very moment and every moment, other than sadhana, we are not doing anything else, because other than sadhana, everything else is samsara. That bevakufi we are keeping on doing from so many lives, and you can see the whole world's drama going on. And we luckily are studying the Shastras, in which all the Jivan Mukta Purushas, Gurus are speaking that mukti is there only in the Paramatma Prapti. Everywhere else, even you go to Brahmaloka, you become even Brahmadeva. If the Atma Jnana is not there, to him also is a bandhana. He will come back. Brahma Bhuvanat Lokaha Punaha Avartina. Mamupetya Kaunteya Punarjanmana Vidyat. Gita. So the six things, how much we can feel within us. And let each of them become such a thirsting force, compelling force, that we start becoming restless. We start becoming disturbed, agitated so much. Just like we are feeling so many things. Same thing for the bhogas of the world. वो जगह पे नहीं गया मैंने, वो भोग नहीं किया मैंने, इस बंदे को मिला नहीं मैंने, वो वस्तु को पाया नहीं मैंने. How much of agitation, restlessness are there for a bhogi and kami? So much should be there for us for fulfillingly, fully, continuously engage in sadhana, which is very necessary. No sadhana, half-hearted sadhana, and disliked sadhana, frustrating sadhana is never called sadhana. This is what in 17th chapter Gita, last shloka Bhagavan says, Ashraddhaya, matlab without shraddha, when the sadhanas are done, hutam, dattam, tapah taptam, krutam chayat. Without that loving, liking, heartening, means joyfully, involvingly, with full shraddha, if the yajna is done, not done with that attitude, dana is done but not with this attitude, all tapasya done, and any other upasana sadhanas you do, Bhagavan says, without that full involvement and Shraddha, if you don't do it, asaditi uchyate path. It is as good as not done. And for this, we are the best example. For many things, we need many other people as example. अब इसके लिए अपन खुद ही example है. Where are the Shraddhas in all our sadhanas? Where are the love? Where are the involvements? Fully at every cost. न च तत्प्रेत्य नो इह. न उसका उधर फल मिलेगा न इधर फल. That's the concluding shloka before moksha jnana is given by Lord in that 7th chapter, last shloka, 17th chapter. Okay, yeah, this is one set of 6 things we have understood. है ना? साधना नहीं हो रहा है, साधना नहीं कर रहा हूं, साधना करना है, साधना करूंगा, साधना अब से करूंगा मैं ही और अभी करूंगा. Think all the time, entertain them. From this type of entertainment only, the sattva guna grows, desire to do sadhana grows, then the tamo guna, rajo guna of lethargy, laziness and distractions, we can pull away from them. Otherwise, always remember, we're all victims of the rajoguna's kshiptata, vikshiptata, and victims of the endless tamoguna of I want to sleep, I want to take rest, I want to relax. अरे महात्मा जी क्या किए हो कि इतना रेस्ट लेना चाहते हो? है ना? You know, miles to go before I take the rest. राम काज कीने बिनु मोहि कहाँ विश्राम. करते करते मरना चाहिए, विश्राम लेते लेते नहीं मरना चाहिए. Like our Pujya Gurudev's quotation, I will leave with my boots on. Leave means die. With boots on means like an army person. Boots means fully dressed to working for the nation. I die. Not I die relaxedly doing nothing, sleeping on a sofa and fell from this sofa. That's the worst of the death. The टीवी देखते देखते मर गया. भगवान ने सोचा इसको टीवी देख के टाइम वेस्ट हो रहा है, इसको जिला के बेकार है, मार डाल इसको. I will live with my boots on is what a highest sentence. ठीक है friends. Else we are victims of this lethargy and distractions. And we are slaves to that, and we misuse our intellect to justify them. And when somebody tries to tell us a well-wisher, a guru, we defeat them by our all sentiments, excuses, justifications. What murkhata to destroy ourselves we don't have. Every murkhata we have, which we glorify as wisdom. And seeing our so-called murkhata backed by the wisdom backed by murkhata, the gurus give 3 or 4 or 5 trials and chances. Then when they understand कि यहाँ करना बेकार है, they go away. When a barren land, if somebody is trying to sow the seeds and get the plants, if they are not coming in 1 or 2 efforts in the unfertile land, the intelligent farmer will not waste his time resources in it. The gurus, gods retrieve from us. Right? These are the 6 things. Think about it. Second point now. What are these sadhanas? In many, many ways we are seeing. Again, think in this way. 1. What is the position of my upakaranas? Deha, Indriya, Prana, Mana, Buddhi. First, be attentive about them. Be aware of them. What are their positions? First. Second, can each one of them be improved upon, developed, refined, strengthened, beautified, adorned, or decorated? Each of them. Think about it. What can be done to make them more better? Each of them, Sharira, how it can be made better, healthy, etc. Sometimes by giving up so many things, the things are achieved. How to make my senses more sharp and subtle. How to make my mind more and more purer. How to make my more intellect more subtle. Can I? Can I? Think about it. When we start thinking, we get the answers. When we continue worrying, we create problems. A worrying person becomes problematic. The world, a thinker finds solutions for himself and becomes a cause of solutions to the world. Think about it. First is, what is the position of my upadhis? Second, can every one of them be bettered and improved upon? Two. Third, can I synergize them by integrating them? सबके बीच में बढ़िया सा तालमेल लाकर उन सबका कंपोनेंट एनर्जी कैपेसिटी को बढ़ा सकता हूं क्या? Three things. Fourth is very important. Fourth is important. For the fourth, only other three. He can all these, each of the individual equipments and together, all of them put together, how best I can utilize them for my adhyatmic sadhana, which is my marga and lakshya. Thinking has to happen in that. Otherwise, as it was said, like a buffalo only we are relaxed. Arey, you can't relax. You're not a buffalo. You are a human being. Human being cannot even a moment be without doing and achieving something. Even a Jivan Mukta comes down and serving the whole world. How can we and I, you and I, on any front or name, be without doing sadhana? At any, even a moment. कहाँ है हमको चांस और मौका? If not for our own mind's projection and our habits and addiction to that so-called rest or entertainments, otherwise how can those things be there in our life's dictionary? है ना, हमारे जिंदगी के निघंटू में मुझे रेस्ट लेना है, मुझे टाइम पास चाहिए, मुझे एंटरटेनमेंट चाहिए, मुझे भोग करना, these words sentences have to be removed. You can't see a person of personal success and contribution to the world these nonsenses. For him, spiritual sadhana and evolution, serving the world itself is the greatest entertainment. Itself is a joy. In that only there is joy. A sub only imaginary. Projected it is. And addicted. Projected, addicted. That's it. So how best I can utilize these equipments for sadhana? And while reaching to the siddhi, the fifth point is what? These all equipments have to be again detached from and transcended. Think about it. In that, the inner equipment is transcended, the antakarana, the sharira should be accepted that it goes through its necessary modifications, senility, old age and death. उसको स्वीकार करो, उसको इम्प्रूव चेंज नहीं कर सकते, वो होता ही है. बट सूक्ष्म शरीर आफ्टर इट्स वर्क इज डन of taking us very near to the reality, we have to slowly detach from each one of them. That's what we saw in evening Pravadhanubhuti Grantha, how Anna Prana Mano Vijnana Anandamaya Koshas are utilized to the extent they are useful for sadhana. Thereafter, from each one of them, the detachments are done. So, 5 things. Aware of the position of the upadhis, how to improvise them, better them, how to integrate and synergize them, how to utilize them for the highest purpose, that is spiritual sadhana. Then, by having used them, how to detach or transcend. Because unless we alight or get out of the car, we can't enter the house. Entering house is important, not sitting in the car. Car brought us from different places to our home, no doubt. But you have to get out of it, na? So too, the upadhis have taken us very near to the Lord. But to enter into the Atma Anubhuti, we have to be prepared from now only, that once time comes where I have to detach from the Hadi, transcend from the Sukshma Sharira. Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, Ityadi. To taste the real. After the self is realized and we establish in it, come back into the same upadhis, play in this world as an instrument in the hands of the totality, as a flute. O Lord, let thy song be sung through me in enchanting, entertaining you who is in the form of this creation. So all that poetry becomes natural at that time. One enjoys that. That is later. Okay? So the first set of 6 things, ना साधना नहीं हो रहा है, साधना नहीं कर रहा हूं, साधना करना है, साधना करूंगा, मैं ही करूंगा, अभी करूंगा, अब से करूंगा अभी. Second one is upadhis, their position, their improvement, their integration, synergization, their highest utility. दो सेट ऑफ चीजें हमने देखा. Now for all of this, we need a lot of time and lot of energy. How to do practically? All are practical till we don't do, all are theory. Okay? So the third set of two things is what? Very simple. How to economize our energy and more importantly the time. Time management is a big subject. Sometime we will see that. अब तो सिर्फ दो बातें ही देखते हैं to complete this topic. What is it? The arts, these two arts we have to learn in our life to conserve, economize our energies and time which are required for our main goal. Be attentive about this. Higher goal is remaining as it is, not attended to at all. And all other nonsense, we are just exhausting everything, which is not a wise way of life, no? तो इसलिए दो बातें जिंदगी में अहम रखते हैं, अहम बातें important. If we give importance, if we don't give importance, even God is not important. That genius anyway we are. You know? So first of the two things is what? Can we, with very clear understanding, totally give up all those things which are not required to be done at all, not necessary at all. If you really look into that, no, like अपने घर से जो चीजें जरूरत है चलो फेंक दो. If you think like that, 80% of things you will throw because you're not using them at all every day. So in our life also, number of people that are there in our phone book, in our life mind. Let me throw away the fellows with whom I have no benefit or no use at all. 70-80% of people are useless only. You can throw away. In the same way, if this thought clicks that all that unwanted doings, kaya, vacha, mansa, which have nothing to do with my life or sadhana, survival, I will just get rid of them, throw them away. Can you do that? What is not required to be done, I will not do from now. We are doing them as I told just now, as we saw, on the name of the entertainment, on the name of obligations, on the name of rest. इस तरह हम बहुत सारा हमारा समय एनर्जी बर्बाद कर. Now who will tell us? Who can tell us? Why should anybody tell us? We are human being with the head on the shoulders, and in that head on the shoulder, that so-called grey white matters are there no properly. Let us use them. What are the nonsenses yesterday I involved in? Such a question कि इसका आंसर है ना हैरान तो नहीं करेगा बिकॉज हर दिन ही हो रहा है. स्वामी जी except the class I did only in the class also more than listening to you I was watching the phone message WhatsApp only, isn't it? Can I have the wisdom of noting down the avoidable things in my life's involvements, which I do on the name of entertainment, on the name of obligation, on the name of duty, on the name of rest. They are eating away your time and energy. One thing is that with that, lots of time is saved, conserved. Utilize that here for your said sadhanas, which we are discussing every day. And upadhi niyantrana sadhanas of karma yoga, bhakti yoga, ashtanga yoga, upadhi sadvinyoga sadhanas of vedanta. वेदांत में बुद्धि ही उपाधि एक काम को आता है जिसमें you go on using it for vicharana on the absolute self. Now, the last point, second point, as we said, was whatever the things to be done which are necessary every day for our survival maintenance, can we do them in minimum and optimum time and energy? है ना? All unnecessary things I have avoided. उससे ही बहुत सारा एनर्जी मिला मुझे, टाइम मिला. और जो जरूरी करनी है जरूर, कैन आई डू देम इन मिनिमम ऑप्टिमम टाइम सो दैट द unnecessary wasted time is conserved, which I use again for my swadhyaya, for my dhyana, for my japa, for my upasana, for my prarthana. अब इन सब के लिए न टाइम है, न मन है, न एकाग्रता है, because all that is going on wasted. So the meaning of the second point is any even small little से लेकर बड़े चीज तक. वैसे जिंदगी जीने के लिए सारे चीजें इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं, ना कोई छोटा ना कोई बड़ा. लाइक टेकिंग बाथ एंड फ्रेशिंग अप. तो 1 घंटा करने के बजाय 20 मिनट्स करो, 40 मिनट्स बच गया. है ना, कुकिंग एंड ईटिंग। 3 hours करने के बजाय 1 hour करो, 2 घंटे बच गए। Examples I am giving. How from these things we can save lot of time. है ना, अब 3 बार चाय पीनी है, एक ही बार पी लो या 2 बार, एक बार छोड़ दो, so that preparation time of 10 minutes, consuming time of 20 minutes saved, no? In that 15, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, we can do 2 chapters of Gita chanting. 3 anuvakas of the Veda mantras. One shloka of the Upanishad we can do the Manana Chintana. Vishnu Sahasranama totally you can chant. इन दैट वे अगर हमने दिमाग लगा के ऐसा किया होता, अभी तक हजारों बार ये सारे सत्कर्म करके लॉन्ग बैक वी कुड हैव इन्वोक्ड द डिवाइन ग्रेस एंड आवर ओन इनर एनर्जीज, इनर डिविनिटी। दिस इज हाउ, नुस्खे छोटे बट फायदा बहुत, मिनिमम में करना है। दैट आर्ट ऑफ डूइंग important things in minimum time. Important is necessary things related to survival. Then use the time for sadhana. We waste a lot of time in our freshing up, in our eating, etc. निद्रा में ज्यादा और भी चाहिए, और भी चाहिए, और भी चाहिए. So to unfold with the people, 3 मिनट में खत्म हो सकता है बात, हम 3 घंटे बात करते. Then the angry husband says, oh, what is that 3 hours you are going on talking to him? Who is that on the call? Then she casually says, wrong number. 3 घंटे wrong number. And they do it. So these are the places where we can conserve both time and energy, which are very precious. है ना, देखो, some very important duties anyway they are taking time and energy. We need to take some rest every day. नहीं तो मर जाओगे, पागल हो जाओगे. So these two are anyway taking our time. At least the remaining time, if you don't utilize intelligently, squander it away, time and energy, then we are no wise. भगवान सबको उतने ही 24 घंटे देते, उतना ही 80-90 साल का उम्र देते, उतना ही अकल देते, यूज करना. So we have seen today 6 things, 5 things, 2 things, 13 पूरा यूज करना उनको. Thank you. ओम 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 सहनावतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो. ओम यैर्मे गुरुभिः पूर्वम्. ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानाम्. ओम श्रुति स्मृति पुराणानाम्. ओम करुणावरुणालय पालय माम् भवसागर दुःख विदून हृदम् रचयाखिल दर्शन तत्त्वविदम् भव शंकर देशिक मे शरणम्. ओम ब्रह्मानंदम परमसु परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन कैवल्य प्राप्ति. सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति. सनातन धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयः. श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि समस्त मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति. तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा समुपार्जित दिव्य शक्ति द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रूणां शाश्वत रूप समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृते धर्म मोक्ष पुरुषार्थाणां भारतवर्षे विश्वे अवाप्त्यर्थं अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः. तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये कृष्ण यजुर्वेदे श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मुक्त्यर्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम नित्यानंद निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययम् निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्. अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः. 15, 16, 17. तीन पढ़ लो। ओम स एव काले भुवनस्य गोप्ता विश्वाधिपः सर्वभूतेषु गूढः यस्मिन् युक्ता ब्रह्मर्षयो देवताश्च तमेवं ज्ञात्वा मृत्युपाशाञ्छिनत्ति घृतात् परं मण्डमिवाति सूक्ष्मं ज्ञात्वा शिवं सर्वभूतेषु गूढं विश्वस्यैकं परिवेष्टितारं ज्ञात्वा देवम् उच्यते सर्वपाशैः एष देवो विश्वकर्मा महात्मा सदा जनानां हृदये सन्निविष्टः हृदा मनीषा मनसा विक्लुप्तः य एतद्विदुरमृतास्ते भवन्ति. Very good. Now the fourth chapter, 13th mantra. Almost we are through the Bhashya study also. But the last sentence once more we have to browse through. Sambandha Bhashya, I will not repeat now. Mantra only once I will chant. Bhashya, while reading out, just explain the literal meaning. The last sentence meaning, maybe 2 or 3 minutes we spend to study, then enter into the next 14th mantra. Now the 13th mantra is Yo Devanam Adipaha Yasmin Loka Adhishritaha Ya Ishe Asya Dvipadaschatuspada Tasmai Devaya Havisha Videma. So the Bhashyarth is Yaha Devanam Adipaha iti I am commenting. Commentary starts. Yaha, who is Yaha? Prakrutaha Parameshwaraha. The Parameshwara, Prakruta means the one about whom we are discussing in this context of studying Upanishad. Prakruta Parameshwara, Prakruta Vishay. Like, let me come back to the topic. कोई बात करते करते somewhere we go, again we say अच्छा प्रकृतः. So यहाँ प्रकृतः परमेश्वरः. अब फिलहाल जो परमेश्वर का परमात्मा का डिस्कशन हो रहा है, he is the meaning of the word yaha. So yaha, that's universal pronoun, that prakrita parameshwarah. Who is he? Devanam. Who are the devatas? Brahmadinam. He is for all of those Brahmadi devatas. Adipaha. He is the Swami of all of them. So therefore Brahmadi, Indradi, all devatas are there, but there is Adhipa to all of these, Swami to all of them. Remember, we have to address him. Our attention should be on that Lord. Through every of the Rupanama we select. Rupanama, whether Rama, Krishna, Shiva, is our concentration ke liye. Our bhakti bhava ke liye are all his leelas, kathas which we listen. But through all of them, we have to know that there is that Parameshwara who is the Swami for all of these. Our attention should be to him. So Brahmadinam Devanam Adipaha Swami. He is the Paramatma, meaning of Lord Yaha, whom we are addressing here. One. Second, the same Lord, in him, Yasmin. Again, Yasmin Parameshware. In that Parameshwara only, who is Sarva Karane. Sarva Karana ka do artha hai. He is the Karana of all, then he is all Karanas. The all Karanas are 4 Karanas. We all study na. Upadana Karana, material cause. Nimitta Karana, efficient cause. Karana Karana, instrumental cause. Karya Karana or Karma Karana, actually happening. So all Karanas for every Karya, he is the Karana. That is the meaning of Sarva Karane. So Yasmin Parameshware Sarva Karane be attended. Beautiful thought, next one. Bhuradayaha Lokaha Adhishritaha. भूमि से लेकर के सारे लोक उन्हीं के ऊपर अधिष्ठित है, आश्रित है. What do you mean by all the worlds are supported on him? He is the Sarvakar. Next point is important. अधिश्रिता का अर्थ क्या है? अधि उपरि श्रिता. अधि का अर्थ है संस्कृत में ऊपर. Upari means ऊपर, as you say in Hindi. Shritaha are staying there. What do you mean by unke upar ye sthit hai? This is a way of saying in language or in exchange with the words. But what it means is adhyasthaha iti yavatu. Through all these adhishritaha, adi upanishritaha, what concluding understanding we have to have is adhyasthaha iti yavatu. So therefore, on the gold, the ornaments are sitting. On the water, the waves are sitting. Adhishritaha, upari ashritaha. So what do you mean by the waves are sitting on water? The final meaning is on water the waves are adhyastaha, superimposed. Why they are adhyastaha? Why do you call it so? Because they were not there earlier, they will not be there later. In between they are appearing. Secondly, whether they were there or not, the waves, the water is always there. So in this way, when something is there continuously, some other thing also is there on that but temporarily. This temporary thing is called as the adhyastha, the superimposition, and the permanent thing is called adhisthana. So simple. Water was water earlier, water is water later, in between it is a wave. So water always is there, adhisthana. In between an appearance came only to disappear. That we call as wave, which is nothing but form and name. It is the adhyaropa. Therefore, all the worlds in their variety of objectivities in them, okay, all of them are superimposed on the Paramatma Tattva only. It is not why don't we understand all this correctly? Why we confused? Because for many years, because of our tradition or family worships, for all of us, always Bhagavan means Rama or Krishna or Shiva. Therefore, how come the whole world is sitting on his head? That way we think. But here the word Lord means not Rama or Krishna. That Sat Chit Paramatma, which is the Adhisthana also for Ramakrishna. About him we are talking. He is called Parameshwara. He is not Rupanamatmaka. He is beyond the Rupanam. Now understand it. When you understand the Lord means Satchidananda Brahma, we can understand on that Satchit Sarva Vyapaka Brahma Tattva, all the Panchabaha Bhuta Madhyamena, all the lokas are Kalpita on him. And just now we gave the example. From that you understand. Everything is Sat, 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 Sat. In that way only is experienced. Nothing is experienced as Asat. That Sat is called Paramatma. On him, all these are superimposed. This thought has to be 1,000 times contemplated till the acceptance happens about the presence of some phenomena called as Satchit, on which all these are superimposed. And that Satchit is not an object, it is my own self, and which is experienced as self, which cannot be perceived as any object. थोड़ा इन चीजों को बार बार सोचने से स्पष्टता मिल सो यस्मिन् परमेश्वरे सर्वकारिणे सर्वे लोकाः अधिश्रिताः अधि उपनिश्रिताः अध्यस्ताः इति यावत् से एक शब्द इस तरह भाष्य पढ़ना सह सो यह देवानाम अधिपः सेकंड वन यस्मिन् लोकाः अधिश्रिताः सो दीज आर ऑल addressed about that परमात्मा तत्व. ये सुनकर यू कैन आस्क क्वेश्चन, ऐसे घुमा फिरा के क्यों बोल रहे हो? सीधा बोलो ना, ही इज लाइक दिस लाइक दिस. अरे बोल नहीं सकते. दैट इज व्हाट इज इंडिकेटेड हियर. That Lord cannot be defined with words directly, because he is not desha, he is not kala, he is not vastu, he is not jati, he is not dravya, it is not guna. It is the adhisthana of all of them. He is not Shabda, he is Adhisthana of the Shabda. He is not the Mana in its Vrittis, it is Adhisthana of the Mana in Vritti, it is not Ahankara. It is support even for the Ahankara. That cannot be in any way said as we speak about tangible, seeable objects. इसलिए तो ये अपरोक्ष रूप में बोलना पड़ रहा है. सारे परोक्ष रूप में। अनुभव अपरोक्ष होता है, शब्द परोक्ष में बोल सकते हैं, प्रत्यक्ष में यू कांट ब्रिंग द भगवान एंड शो। अदरवाइज द ऋषि मुनि लॉन्ग बैक वुड हैव ब्रॉट ए भगवान एंड केप्ट देयर। अब सब देख लो, हो गए ना। यो देवानाम अधिपः यस्मिन् लोका अधिश्रिताः। सो देवानाम अधिपः ईश्वरः स्वामी, यस्मिन् लोका अधिश्रिताः, all the worlds are supported in him. Third one, then yah prakrutah parameshwarah, again the third word time the word yah, the sarvanama is used, universal pronoun. Yo devanam and yasmin and yah, three times. Third time uska meaning kya hai? Ya ishe asya dvipadash pushpadah. The third pada we are understanding the meaning. Yah prakrutah parameshwarasya, यह प्रकृतः परमेश्वरः, वो जो अभी परमेश्वर जिनका वी आर डिस्कसिंग, अस्य ऑफ हिम आर द्विपदः मनुष्यादेः, द्विपद मीन्स बाइपेड, ऑल द ह्यूमन बीइंग्स, चतुष्पदः पश्वादेः च, ऑल द पशु एटसेट्रा ईश्वरी। ही इज द ईश्वरा also for all dvipada chatushpada, means symbolically it includes for all the 84 lakh yoni jivas. These are about species, and each species uncountable specimen, coming, going, coming, going. So therefore, that Parabrahma Paramatma Sachidananda, who with Maya Shakti now is called as Parameshwara, is, be attentive, Ashraya, Adhisthana, support for Dvipada Chatushpada is equal to all Jivas, for all Brahmadi Devatas. All these Jivas and Brahmadi Devatas, where are they? In different lokas, and to all of those lokas also. That's why in there is a beautiful shloka in Telugu. I don't know how to tell it. It is there, I think, in Gajendra Moksha or in Prahlada Charitra. Lokambulu, Lokastulu, Lokeshulu, Tegina Tudako, Penjikati Kavala. What is the state of the Paramatma? He is beyond the darkness. Before the darkness, having transcended the Lokambulu, the worlds. Lokeshulu means the different devatas. Lokasturu means beings. What is the meaning of it? Very sublime meaning. Means the worlds and the devatas in the world and the beings in the world, staying in this world, managed by devatas, with all their whatever doings, their every of the doings, their every of Rupanama are nothing but expression or projection on the substratum, the reality. Not as real as we think them, with all their drama. Same thing in the devotional language it is said, सबको खिलाने वाले नचाने वाले वो है और हम सब उनके हाथ में कठपुतली है. In whichever the language it is said, Shabda said, emotion it is said, but the fact is, all of these are with all their beauties, tangibilities, perceptibilities, experiences giving capacity, all of them yet are superimposed only on the reality. Now, the power of that Maya, of that reality, see so much. One side, it is projecting this never existing world on the reality. Second side, it is making us forget the reality. Third side, it is making us, compelling us, feel and accept this projected world as reality. So much so that the fourth power of that Maya is, it is not allowing us even to study this knowledge, even to expose ourselves to this understanding that whatever we see is projected on the substrate of the self. ये चार ताकतवर काम माया लगातार कर रही है. One, projecting this magical world on the Lord. Two, making the Lord the reality, the substratum forgotten. Three, making us accept this world alone as real and indulge in it, which is called samsara. Four, never allowing us even to look towards this reality. Think about that reality. Listen about the reality. Pursue about the reality. Power of Maya. At our level, it's called power of delusion. To such an extent that if somebody is trying to say that what life we are living is delusory, the reality is something beyond, we are laughing at them. We are humiliating them. We are insulting them. We are careless about them. क्या बोल रहे हो बाबा जी? कोई परमात्मा ने कुछ नहीं. जगत alone is real. तुम भी आओ बैठ मिलकर खाएंगे. See the power of delusion. That's why, to make it understandable, we give the examples. See the power of delusion of that fellow who is addicted to that smoke and drinking alcohol, that his lungs are getting destroyed, the liver is getting destroyed, the money is wasted, the humiliation is happening. Maybe he doesn't leave it. See the addictional power, delusion. So to that boy and girl got infatuated. Their study is getting wasted, their career is getting wasted, the parents are frustrated, suffering, miserable, yet those गधे बेवकूफ they say हम ऐसे चिपक के रहेंगे, हम कुछ नहीं करें. Two examples are enough to understand. Many examples. The power mongers running behind the power at the cost of every honesty, truthfulness. And they do the horse trading, they do all what you call purchasing, MLAs, MPs. क्या हो रहा है सब महामाया ने तो और क्या. Somebody wants lots of money. करो क्या रे तुम कितने डिसीज है तुम खाना खा के 1 महीना हो गया. You are eating only medicines and yet you want money. What will you do? You can't put on AC, सर्दी हो जाती है तेरे को. You can't sit on the palang, all back pains. You have to lie on the. Here, still this fellow's delusion. You see, somebody wants money, somebody wants the bhoga, somebody wants the power and position, somebody is infatuated to someone. These are all examples to say that they are the assorted examples of the total delusion of considering these upadhis in the world as real and taking this life in the world alone is ultimate, forgetting the reality, the real reality. उसके बारे में न्यूज ही नहीं है. खबर खोलकर उसका मैं इतना उसको दफनाया कि उसका खबर ही नहीं है हमको. About the spirituality, power of delusion. Here the Upanishad will keep on studying for many years and many lives. Then from that slumber, stupor, delusion about the world alone is real, we start slowly waking up to the presence of this Paramatma Tattva. That's called as all Devataon ka jo hum Suprabhat karte hain. It is not the Suprabhat of waking up the God who is sleeping. If the God sleeps, we all will die. It is we waking up to his presence. That is called Suprabhat. Not the God is woken up. So through the study of Upanishads again and again, continuously, consciously, with alertness, with full Shraddha in that Guru and Shastra, then that is revealed to us. First, intellectually, that there is some substratum present beyond, behind all this, which we took as reality, but they are projections. Then, as this knowledge becomes stronger and stronger, desire to pursue it becomes stronger, and then we will also start attempting it. That's called Adhyatmic Sadhana. The more we do this internal Adhyatmic Sadhana, the delusions go away to that extent. What world we thought earlier as real and were being a samsari, that gets reduced. That Paramatma Tattva to which we were, absent or ignorant about, that starts becoming more obvious, more direct, more real. This is the meaning of what we see in Gita, second chapter. Ya Nisha Sarvabhutanam Tasyam Jagrati Samyami. Yasyam Jagrati Bhutani Sa Nisha Pashyato Muni. So, Ya Nisha Sarvabhutanam. For all the beings, that which is night or darkness, to that the Samyami, the Jnani, gets awakened. What is that for which offer to all the beings the darkness? The reality only. To that he has awakened. And Yasyam Jagrati Bhutani, all the beings to that world of delusion to which they are awakened, Sa Nisha Pashyata Mune, the Muni is left to, the Muni is left for it. Means what? He is not even aware of the presence of the world. So the utter Ajnani and deluded fellow, fully aware of the Jagat and zero Parma. And the awakened reality, realized saint, awakened to the Paramatma fully 100%. He says, Purnama, Purnama, all that. And to him, the whole world is where it is there. हम पूछते हैं कहाँ भगवान है, पूरा जगत ही है. वो कहते हैं कहाँ जगत है, पूरा भगवान. कहाँ भगवान है, पूरा जगत है, इज इक्वल टू हिरण्यकश्यप. वेयर इज जगत, एवरीथिंग इज भगवान, इज कॉल्ड प्रहलाद. And he is the truth, he is the reality, he is a permanent, he is eternal, he is immutable, he is birthless, changeless, decayeless, deathless, therefore miseryless and only blissful. And we are all seeking miseryless bliss only. That's available in being the self and not in becoming the jiva or samsara. इसको पकड़ने के लिए ही हमें लगातार सुनना पड़ता है, सोचना पड़ता है. We just are starting to put the steps to the first floor. 10 floors we have to climb to reach that summit. First floor of trying to be regular to the class. Then regular. Then listen attentively, make notes, refer after going home, and open the Upanishad and study there also. Then taking those things to the heart, contemplating them, then slowly really feeling that यार मुझे वो अनुभव पाना है उस आत्म तत्व का, which is the substratum of all this, which is said to be blissful and liberating by all the shastras. Let me have it, let me have it. That's what Nachiketa did. You tell me that only, I want that only. You may give your Yamapada also. Who want that useless thing? तुम रख लो उसको, मैंने नहीं चाहिए थी, बस. तवैव वाहस्तवनोत्य गीते वरस्तमेव वर्णीय सैव. We are the other way around. Oh Lord, you keep your spirituality with you. Give me only this bhoga. Suffer. याद रखो, Nachiketa's grandfather gave Annadana. Nachiketa's father gave Sarvasva Dana. Nachiketa gave his own Dana. Okay, therefore he became qualified for Atma Prapti. Yama, who is the killer of all, became the guru to give the Amrita Jnana, the deathless knowledge. Now, don't take these three as three people. The grandfather of Nachiketa, father of Nachiketa, it is one jiva, you and I only. Annadana means serving the whole world. Sarvasvadana means giving up the upadhis. Then Aham Dana means giving up this individual identity. Then we see that substratum, we are that. And therefore, to be ready for this final sacrifice of ego at the altar of the universal self is what we are trained in the Bhakti Shastra, etc. Ahankar, Mamakar, Chodkar, Bhagwan ka Bhagat Bano. It's a means to discover the possibility of it and to make it possible. What? Living life without ego. You have experienced it, no? When you have served a saint or a master in ashram without aham and mama. You lived, no? That's mean what? Allowing this aham mama as an instrument for the reality. We identifying with the reality, we can live. That's the meaning there. We are made to realize it through those nirahankara, niswartha, nirmama yukta sadhanas. That in turn in Vedanta helps. Vedanta mein Annadana, Sarvasvadana, Ahamdana. Dana means Tyaga. Annadana is Dana. Sarvasvadana is Tyaga. Then Aham ka Dana, Tyaga is called Sannyasa. Dana, Tyaga, Sannyasa. Charity, giving up, and total renunciation. All are related. Huh? Yaad rakh lo. So how much we have discussed here? The truth, the reality is the substratum. For all the devatas, for all the lokas, for all the beings in all lokas. So yo devanamadipaha, yasmin lokaha adhishritaha, ya ishe asya dvipadas chatushpadaha. Now we are getting, no, because we paid or gave time, contemplated, little better our understanding has become. And that Paramatma, as we just now gave the example of Nachiketa's grandfather, father, and Nachiketa himself. The Upanishad itself is saying in the fourth line, Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vide. To that Lord, by offering all the oblations, we do the Upasana. So, what the Upasana? Offering everything. Annadana and then Sarvaswadana. Hamdana means what? Annadana, Sarvaswadana is equal to Mamata Tyaga. Ahamka Tyaga is the third one. That total thing is called sacrifice. यज्ञ कहते हैं. और यज्ञ में अग्नि होता है, अग्नि में डालते हैं तो सब जल जाता है. जलने के बाद वो भस्म राख होता है. You can't even see. So that state where you can't even see, aham mama, is called as yajna. When that is done, that substratum, which was the substratum for this aham mama always, is revealed to us. So that sacrifice we are told to do, or any yajna, any upasana we do from now onwards, the feeling is what? All those things which I consider as me and mine, because of which the real me, the adhishtata, the substratum, I am not able to experience, I am offering them, I am oblating them, I am giving them. ऐसा करने को यज्ञ कहते. If one comes to this level, physical gross yajna one need not do. बैठे बैठे ही one can close the eyes and feel the mental agni. In that, all the oblations of Dehendriya Manobuddhyadi Upadhi can be dropped and visualized that they are getting burnt. In that heat of meditation, we can realize the substratum, the Satchidananda. By the way, one technique I am telling like that, hundreds of them are there. But let us now understand the fourth line. What is the fourth one, which already said? कि यह प्रकृतः परमेश्वरः अस्य द्विपदः मनुष्यादेः चतुष्पदः पश्वादेः इष्टे. इष्टे मीन्स तकार लोप छांदसः. ईशे ने उसको इष्टे कर लो. उसी तरह third line is explained. He is the Ishvara, ruler, controller, governor of all the beings. द्विपद चतुष्पद means all 84 लाख. सो 84 लाख योनियों का भी वही ईश्वर है. ये सारे जिस लोक में रहते हैं उनका भी वही ईश्वर है. और इन दोनों को मैनेज करने सारे ब्रह्मा देवताओं का भी वही अधिष्ठाता है. सो लोक देवानाम अधिपः. देन यह यस्मिन् लोकाधिश्रिताः. थर्ड यह द्विपद चतुष्पद इष्टे. हो गया. नाउ व्हाट वी हैव टू डू एज साधना? कस्मै देवाय अविशाविदेम इज द फोर्थ लाइन द साधना. तो कस्मै मीन्स का means Ananda. So fourth case, ablative case is Ramaha Ramaya, Krishnaha Krishnaya, Kaha Kaya. Instead of Kaya, it is said Kasmai either. What is that Parasmai, Atmanepadi Shabda, why it is used there? It is Chandasam. Don't go by grammar. Here Kasmai or Kaya is equal to Ananda Swarupaya Devaya. To him, fourth case, ablative. Dative case. उनको मैं कर रहा हूं. क्या कर रहे हो आप? हविषा विधेम. By offering all oblations, I am worshipping. So therefore, smai bhavaha api chandasaha. Kasmai means Ananda Swarupaya. Devaya means Dyotanatmane. So Ananda Swarupa, Chit Swarupa, both are explained about it, Brahman, by these two words, Kasmai and Devaya. And what you have to do? Tasmai, to that Lord, Havisha. Through Havihi. What is Havihi? Charu Puroda Shadi Dravyena Vidhema Paricharema. Charu Purodasha are the various dravyas which are offered as oblations in the yajna. I am doing that paricharya of doing the yajna of offering this Charu Purodasha, etc. to the Lord. To which Lord? Who is the Jnapti Swarupa, Jnana Swarupa, which is indicated by the word Deva, and who is Ananda Swarupa, indicated by the word Kasmai or Kaya. Now, the subtle thought here is what? All the Charu Purodasha we make, but we make from what? Already existing things. Charu Purodasha means वो खीर वगैरह जो नैवेद्य बनाकर अग्नि में डालते हैं यज्ञ के टाइम. Don't get carried away. Charu क्या समझ के देखा ही नहीं बोलते हो. Purodash क्या है? They are the offerable oblations to the Agni Devata in the yajna. So from the existing things, we make something and we offer it to the Lord. Therefore, what? Anything you see and seen, whatever you do, all of that you offer it to the Lord. That is the meaning. What do you mean by offering? Never own it as yours. never use it for yourself. That's the meaning of offering. Na? In this way, the ownership, mamata, and indulgence in it, the bhoga, when these two are tyakta, that is called spiritual yajna. When this is done, that Ananda Sarupa, Chit Sarupa, Atma Deva, who is my own self, he will be revealed to me. But all of them have to be consciously, practically done. To understand it itself, a good amount of contemplation and inquiry we have to do. After understanding, keep on doing it. Therefore, all the Stula Upasanas, Stula Yajnas are to reach to the Sukshma Upasana, Sukshma Yajna, in which to the Sat Anand, Satchidananda Brahma, everything we are offering as an oblation. When they are offered an oblation, they get on consumed. When they are consumed, what remains? That Paramatma Tattva only as you. So therefore, I and the faculties and the world, if they are used for the bhoga, I am a samsari. If they are all used for the yajna and offered in the yajna, I am a sadhaka. The result of the sadhaka is that kasmai deva or kaha deva, that ananda chit swarupa Paramatma. Kaha means ananda, deva means chit swarupa. I am that Paramatma, that realization happens, which will be told to us in the next shloka. ठीक है संतो तस्मै हविषा चरु पुरोडाशादि द्रव्येण विधेम परिचरेम. Vidhema means duty, no? So duty word को how are you interpreting as परिचरेम? He says कि विधेहे परिचर कर्मणः एतद् रूपम्. तो विधि शब्द का अर्थ कर्म है, बट कौन सा कर्म सबसे श्रेष्ठ है? परिचर्य कर्म. Therefore, परिचर्य कर्म is the meaning of the vidhi is most opt in this context. So Avisha Vidhema Paricharema means I will do with all these Havish as an offering to that Paramatma Tattva. So Havisha means Charupuroda Shadina. What is Charupurodasha? Stula Rupena, that's a Dravya, Sukshma Rupena. All our karmas, karma phalas, everything we are offering. So these are all very sublime yajnas. Two things. No new karma phala sakti, therefore no new karmas initiated. Already karmas done, the phalas are going to come. All of them are offered to the Lord. Therefore, neither I am karta, nor interested in owning the karma phala, nor indulging in the karma phala for bhoga. Imagine, when our mind intellect goes to that state, will it not become calm and quiet and subtle and pure? In that calm and quiet and subtle and pure mind, that Paramatma Tattva which was hidden at the bottom level, it surfaces. Then we have the experience of that self. और ये सब फिर से कह रहा हूं, बार बार मनन करो तो उसका एसेंस पता जाए. उसके लिए हमको गुरु उपासना, गुरु सेवा 10 साल करना है. What you have heard now, to understand it, 10-12 years your Ishtadeva Guru Upasana you have to do. Then he will reveal it. The intellectual apprehension. Then again, with request and Upasana, when he blesses, we will be able to do the internal meditations also. Through the meditation, when all are transcended, when you experience Paramatma, that Ishvara to whom you have done Upasana is also your own self. वो तो बात की बात. फिलहाल तो we have to take the help of them, empower ourselves and do this sadhanas of Shravana Manana Chintana, and through that rise above all these upadhis, reach Paramatma. Luckily, in our common sense thought also, same thing we saw in the second set of 5 things. उपाधियों को कैसे यूज करना है. So this is how the Upanishad goes on awakening our intellect for the higher and deeper and greater understandings about reality, understandings about how to reach to reality, and understandings about how to deal with, manage with the present outer world and our upadhis. Allow continuously the Gurus to bless us this way and facilitate them to help us in our realization. Think more about it. Om, 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 Purnamadaha, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnavadaya, पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो परमर्षभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुति मात्रे नमः. तत्सद्गुरुर्भ्यो. देखो भैया, एक बात था कि ऐसा जो श्लोक आज इतना डीपली इंटेंसली स्टडीड, दिस व्हाट वी आर डूइंग फ्रॉम लास्ट 500 days. But still the power of Maya is see कि ये ज्ञान तो याद नहीं रह रहा, फिर भी the world हमको नहीं छोड़ रहा या हम world को नहीं छोड़ रहे. Now you understood? 500 days we are studying about Paramatma Tattva only every day. But it's only 1 hour. The remaining 23 hours only the world. Therefore predominance उसी का होता है. I'm just giving an idea to analyze as to what more correct things we have to do. What the wrong things we have to reduce. So that our this study doesn't stop here and go away. It takes us to next levels. Think. Thank you. Now join for Gita for 10-15 minutes.